And that's where he speaks with really, really interesting people in the area. So tell us, AJ, tell us, CZ, what about this interesting people? Who have you found that you're like, oh my gosh, this guy or this girl, really,
Well, when you think about the people that have come here and are not necessarily from here. No matter what walk of life you come from, no matter what you choose to do for a living, you have seen something outside of where you were born. You came a long way to be here. So automatically, when you sit across from somebody like that, we have something in common, right?
Right.
We have something to talk about immediately. And, most often when you talk to people that have come here from abroad or even come here from elsewhere in Mexico, they have stories automatically. Something drove them here, and they're always burning to talk about it.
All right, so tell me your guys' story. Where are you guys from? Let's start with CZ.
Yeah, so I'm from the East Coast, and I actually traveled here. We did a cross-country train trip, and so we're going to talk about that on season 2. I don't want to give away too many details, but that was a whole, check out the shirt. Yeah, that was a whole thing. I've been here about a year and a half now, and I'm absolutely loving it. I found out about Puerto Vallarta from AJ, actually, himself. He talked so highly of it. I was like, I got to get there. So.
Wow, look at you. You're moving people.
That's right.
And so where are you from, AJ?
Well, it's not about where I'm from so much. It's about where we're going, huh?
Ah, there you go.
And where we're going,
like that answer.
I know, right?
Right, and where we're going is on stage all fall. Ooh. You see, in the last couple of years, Jessy here, who is a certified vocal coach, gave me musical powers. It was fantastic. Wow. I can sing now and I have a much louder speaking voice.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So, she's changed my life in that way, and I plan to manifest that in front of everybody this season. I'm really excited about it.
This is great. I need to take some lessons from you.
Actually, yeah, man. I listened to your voice on the radio, and I was like, this melodic. I always say, if you can talk, you can sing, right? It's just like holding out pitches longer, using proper breath support, opening up your throat. If you start a yawn, you'll feel a little soft palate in the back move up. And then, your voice will be even more resonant.
And there is my first lesson.
There you go. One of many.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no, let's go.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your guys' podcast. So we know that you like to interview interesting people.
That's true.
What else can we find or can we listen to?
It's Vallarta focused a lot. We work with local businesses, and we spotlight local business owners. People, basically anyone who's here to make an impact, like you said. And, it's not always about making a dollar. And I think that's a very important thing to keep in mind.
Oh, yeah.
And just as important is making moments, making memories, and creating community.
Giving back.
These are the kind of people that I like to both associate with in my personal life and give a platform as part of our podcast.
Yeah.
This is a great answer, and I love it because that's my main goal on this show as well. It's creating community,
That's right.
And like you said, it's not just about making a dollar. It's mostly about making friends and connections and networking. Talking about networking, that networking event was awesome, right?
I know, right? I really wanted to go, but I teach lessons Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights. So I had a lesson Thursday night, so I couldn't go. But I really want to go next time. The energy looked amazing, though. I was watching the video, and I was like, oh my gosh, so many women.
Crazy.
Awesome.
So many girls, everyone in one big pot. It was pot. So tell us, why did you guys I know why you picked Vallarta as your home. He kind of influenced you.
I did a good sales job.
He did a great
sales
job. So why did you pick Vallarta?
Actually, back in 2016 when I came here, things weren't going so great in my home country. We can leave that there. But the point is, I decided to live somewhere else in the world. There had to be a better deal. So after doing some research, I figured that the few choices came down to Thailand. Turns out I don't speak a word of Thai. The Dominican Republic, I chiefly work online. I'm a writer by trade. And if I can't have an internet connection, I can't work. So it's really not going to work if there's a shaky internet connection. But Mexico is both one flight from pretty much every major transportation hub, in North America. Chicago, Houston, Vancouver, Toronto, all of these are one flight from Mexico. So if you need to go home or need to travel or need to do anything,
Get
it's
your
super
family down
convenient.
here.
And plus, I had some familiarity with the Spanish language, having lived in cities like Los Angeles and Chicago. So,
Yeah.
you know, it was culturally familiar, and it seemed like it would provide a comfortable landing. So I came here 6 years ago, and I really haven't looked back.
Oh, this is awesome. And I'm sure you enjoy the food,
Oh,
the
man.
tacos, the shrimp, you know.
What's your favorite
the
taco?
margaritas. I like taco de cabeza. You know,
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we
this
both
is
like
my
that. No, that's real.
it's real and it's so delicious, and it's kind of like not as greasy as other tacos, so it's
Yeah.
Okay.
it's like my diet taco
Ah.
because it's steamed, so it's great. So if you guys want to eat some taco de cabeza with me, you know, come, I'll show you the
Let's
spots.
See, I'm more a fan of carnitas, but
Ah,
de maciza.
Sí, must be
Yum,
fun.
yum.
Do you know the place on Francisco Villa in front of the Modelarama? It doesn't have a name. Places don't have to
Yeah,
have
they
names.
don't have names. Francisco Villa in front of. Oh yeah,
It's amazing.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
Amazing. The
Inside
South
tip,
Milan
definitely
High
take
College.
advantage.
Oh. No, we check that out all the time.
So you guys, besides tacos, what's your go-to thing to do in Vallarta?
We love checking out markets. So on Sundays we check out tianguis, mojoneras, and we go up and just walk around, talk to people, meet people, get to practice my Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
I love going to the beach. Obviously, we're at the beach. I'm a Pisces. If you're Pisces, shout it out. So my whole childhood dream was like to move to a Spanish-speaking country by the ocean and make music, and that was my dream as a little girl. Now I like make music with my voice and make am able to support myself. So
You made your dream come true.
I
I
did.
love it. What
That's
about
amazing.
you? Anything else you like to do here in Vallarta that you're like, this is a must?
Well, the perfect day is always today, right? And today is the Ceviche Festival in Parque Hidalgo.
It's
so
true.
Yeah, we're
I'm
checking
gonna
it out
head down there
after.
and get myself some ceviche.
Yum, that sounds so
Aguachile.
good.
One of my favorite things. It's nice on a hot day, especially on a hot day, right?
On a hot day,
Hottest
it's
summer ever, you got to have
perfect.
yourself ceviche, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where can we find this podcast for all of us that want to listen to it,
All right. Well, the podcast, once again, is called CoWork Life with,
With AJ and
ZZ.
ZZ, yeah.
And it's available on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have the Instagram account. It's also AJZ CoWork Life. You're going to see this and some
Mm-hmm.
other stuff on there. We'd
All
love to
right.
do stuff.
So let me ask you this. Any advice for the new podcasters listening to us right now?
Advice for new consistently. Do it
Yeah.
set a day and do it
Yeah.
every time. That's the only way you're going to build an audience. That's the only way you're going to get yourself in the habit of doing it. Because if you get yourself in the habit of doing it on a certain day, you will collect knowledge all week, right? You'll constantly be gathering information to share.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's important, right? To be in the mindset of creation as opposed to having it be a job.
And I would say pretend like when you record your podcast, right? Vocal coach time. Pretend you're talking to a friend, okay? Like when you're not just, I am reading a blah, 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 blah right now, right? Like pretend, have emotion, feel what you're saying.
That's right.
And I tell that to all my students. If you don't feel what you're saying, then no one's going to care, right? You can sing the most perfect song, but if you don't have emotion, if you're not feeling it, then no one's going to remember. So that's,
Great.
connect with it.
Great advice from this podcasters. Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time for coming to visit.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to say hi to any of your fans before we go?
I would like to
wanna
say hi
shout
to
out-
the designer of this
Yeah.
fantastic image on the front of
It's
my shirt. It is
awesome.
great. Our friend Urani does fantastic handmade art, and I think that's so important in an age where art's being cheapened by like autonomous creations. And then,
Yeah.
like the human touch is so important in things, right?
It's
the
true.
community you build, the friends you make. And speaking of which, before we go, we did want to give you one thing
Oh,
we
yeah.
made
We got a
for
little
you.
something, something.
Aw, I love it when people bring me stuff.
Yeah, we're known for
Slide
making
it
our
around the
bracelets and
table.
such. So
Oh, you're wearing
there's no
bracelets.
Oh yeah,
Yay.
no doubt.
Awesome.
Look at this. It says Jess. I love it. You
Glows in the
guys.
dark.
Ooh,
It does glow in the
It
dark.
glows in the dark. You know it
Oh,
glows in
yes.
the dark.
Oh, yes.
So awesome. Oh, thank you so much. And I love it that you bring up the people's touch, because right now with all the IA, or
Yes,
is that
yes.
what
AI.
AI.
I got you.
AI.
No, I mean, hell, let's make it IA.
It's getting to the point that it's like everything's so artificial.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
so it's very nice, and you can feel it in some kind of crazy, energetic way when
when
you know.
people
There's
touch
real
things, right?
people behind.
And that's why we're so excited about season 2 of the podcast. We're just looking for a studio. So if you happen to know any extremely
Wink, wink,
well-equipped
yeah.
musical venues and radio broadcasting stations.
You happen to know
You just
anything
let
at
me
all,
know.
you know.
Well, I'll let you guys know.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for coming in. I also want to say hi to my friends, Dawn and Terry from Yummies. They have the most delicious frozen meals. Everything is homemade and delivered right to your door. My favorite, the chicken pot pie. The lasagna. Oh my. So yummy. And freak, the cookies are to die for. So you guys, have you tried them?
Yeah,
Actually,
actually,
yes.
they
We know
sponsored
Don and Terry.
our podcast.
Actually,
yeah, they did.
So, they're
And
yums.
I would recommend,
ginger
if you're going to
carrots.
order, I would definitely recommend the lasagna. It's good.
So good.
Just throw it in the toaster oven or the Instant Pot. I know you don't want to turn on the whole oven in this summer heat, but turn on the little oven, throw it in there 15 minutes.
All right. So, yeah, give them a call to place your order. They're out delivering right now. So, 322-275-3322, 322-275-3322. There you have it. Thanks, AJ, ZZ. And now a quick break, but when we come back, news and some more tunes.